Ho, 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 hey! Welcome back to the Big Men on Campus podcast. We are a daily, purely anecdotal podcast. So, Drew, I think some of our more keen-eyed or keen-eared listeners have noticed there's been a slight disruption in our daily upload schedule.
Yeah, we have not uploaded every day, in fact, unfortunately.
Yeah, we missed just like a month, maybe.
Again.
Yeah, again. And we're just normally so diligent with our uploads that it's caused a bit of a disturbance. I've had death threats sent to me.
I've lost lots of sleep over it, in fact.
Lots of lives have been lost, is what I've been told.
But in our absence, we've heard the things we've seen and seen the things we've heard. It's been a wild ride, and we're here to tell you about them in anecdote form. The lives of Big Turner and medium-sized Drew.
Let me tell you, we lived it up. So I guess we can just go straight into it. We can just jump right into it.
Let's just jump right in. Jump right in.
All right, let's do it. It's a bold capitalistic gambit.
It's a bold world.
By jumping just straight in, but I think it works. So I guess Drew and I's most recent trip was to the wild, wild city of Hotlanta, as the locals like to call it.
Colloquially speaking.
Yeah, we saw the Amigos, as they like to be called.
Who are the Amigos?
Quavo. They have broads there.
Right, they do have broads in Atlanta. Hotlanta.
Yeah, well, I don't know what Atlanta is. They're just the three best friends that ever did rap. That's their slogan. But anyways, we were down there for a event. It's called
DreamHack Atlanta.
DreamHack Atlanta, as the voice emanating somewhere announced, and we had a grand old time. Isn't that right, medium-sized Drew?
I think so. I thought it was really fun. I thought it was way more fun than it was. I don't know why I'm always expecting these types of things to not be as much fun as they are. Like, I'm bracing myself for destruction for some reason. I had actually a really good time. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, it's pretty much just like a video game conference. It's a con, I guess.
And there are normal games too. They had
a normal game corner.
No.
They also had a food corner. Does that make this a food con?
Okay, they had games in one area, or just video games. That was most of the area. Then there's food area. Everybody's gotta have a food area. And then there's like board games and tabletop games, a classic staple of a real gaming convention. And then I know that we brought attention to this in the moment, that like the audacity of they had an in real life games corner. Like, this is like some extreme valuable novelty where they just had, it was like Frisbee dodgeball or something.
Oh yeah. We played it. It was Frisbee dodgeball, but there were goals also.
Frisbee dodgeball soccer, in a word.
Frisbee dodge soccer, as the locals call it.
It was in real life game, just to make sure that you understand that we're in a gaming we're in a gaming conference. This
is one of those games that you have to like actually exist to play. You can't be uploaded to the Borg and play this.
It was just very like all-intensive festival convention kind of thing. There's a lot of, don't look at me like that.
What does all-intensive mean?
They got all the games. They got all the games available.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
I mean, not every game, of course. They didn't have Frogger. And they didn't have Croc. I was really sad not to see Croc there.
Yeah, Croc.
You know, Croc is a classic game.
I don't think I've ever heard of Croc.
It's like he's a little crocodile.
I figured.
Okay.
It was either that or the shoe.
He's like, okay, he's on the Game Boy, he's on the computer, in the library that we went to as kids.
Oh, you said in the library.
It was the library game.
It was the library game.
I recently tried playing the game and like on an emulator on my laptop, and it just played like garbage.
The game's from it looks like it's from the 80s.
I still had a little bit of fun, but I have so much nostalgia for it. Just running around as the crocodile trying to save those little minions or whatever. They're called gobos, but they look like little balls of spikes with eyes. And then there's the evil king something. I think his name is like Jabul or something.
Jabul?
Yeah, he's green. He's got a huge green chin, and he has pauldrons.
So he's like a goblin.
He's a goblin king, but he had really skinny legs and really skinny arms.
Oh wow!
I loved that game. I grinded it in the library. That was like 3rd grade, 4th grade Drew's favorite thing in the world to play Croc, The Legend of the Gobos, on the 1999 PC.
Yeah, they had it in the public library, so everyone was trying to get the high score for Croc.
No, it wasn't a high score game. It was a story mode game.
Oh yeah, it was kind of like a platformer. It was like the original Banjo-Kazooie, I'd say, as most critics would.
And there was like, I don't really even remember most of it. I just remember loving it. It was my favorite thing. But that's Croc. Croc was not a DreamHack, unfortunately. Yeah. That was my one real gripe with the convention.
That was a letdown for sure.
Yeah, we were there, I think mostly just to watch and play Smash.
Yeah.
I don't know, I wouldn't say that my interest is waning in that, but there was a lot more to do there than just pay attention to Smash and play Smash.
Yeah, and this is like my first con of any sort, and I'm not really into competitive gaming, I guess. I actually really enjoyed watching Smash. It was a lot of fun, especially live, like watching the players like get heated.
Oh yes, scream at each other.
Well, I didn't see anyone scream at anyone, but
dude, that one guy, he didn't get on the stream, but he's like second best or something. Tweak SSB. He's like, oh, they're coaching.
There was Twitter drama, which is lame.
And I don't know. It was fun, but it was kind of monotonous for me compared to the rest of the stuff. Like I did not enjoy it, but it was like there was such other flashy things that caught my attention. Specifically talking about Tekken.
Oh yes,
but Smash was just okay, and it was also like offset that I was pissed off that Brawlhalla was the main event in the fighting game area. So on the left they had Smash Bros, which gets a screen. In the middle they have Brawlhalla, which gets a screen and the commentators over the loudspeakers, and on the right is Tekken, where I like to be. But Brawlhalla was the only thing that you could hear talking, so you couldn't really understand what was going on in the game. You're just watching people beat the shit out of each other, which was awesome.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about Tekken?
Yes, Tekken.
Tekken? Oh my gosh, that was a lot of fun. Like we were just like kind of looking over it absentmindedly, and like
we sat down at the monster. It was like the monster lounge, lounge.
We were like just like waiting to go eat on our friends and Pierce and Mira. You may know them if you're really into the lore of the show. But we were just waiting on them, and we saw this giant fella. Wait, was it Morduk we saw first?
No, it was the panther.
Oh yeah, we saw this
the leopard.
Leopard, excuse me.
King wears a leopard helmet.
Who was also like a professional wrestler, kind of looked like. We saw him there, and he just powerbombed someone through the floor. And we were like, whoa.
What is a powerbomb?
A powerbomb is where like you pick your opponent up.
Turner is an expert and veteran fighter.
This is a very fake move.
Okay.
But like you have them like sitting, like it looks like they're like sitting like on your face, sort of. That's a weird way to put that.
Awesome.
But, like on your shoulders.
Sounds cool.
And you just slam them straight down.
It's boom to the floor.
And you went through a concrete floor. It looked immensely painful.
So we were hooked after seeing this once, and we ended up watching it for the rest of the festival.
And like we could tell, like one of the meta characters we really loved was Morduk. He was like this gigantic, impossibly large dude. But the costume everyone used was like he was like a 1920s gangster looking, but really bright.
I thought he looked like a corrupt banker.
Yeah. I think I described him as looking like Jack M. Crazyface for any SpongeBob fans out there.
I thought he looked like a tax collector. Like,
what tax collectors do you see?
Well, he's like all roughed up because he's like fighting people. He's like, give me your fucking taxes.
What tax collectors do you see?
I just imagining a tax collector. That's what I thought he looked like. And he had a little hat. The hat was really cute.
Yeah.
And in the first match that we saw him on, he was just beating the shit out of this like millennial aged girl, as you referred to her as.
He picked her up with one hand by her face, like he palmed her face, turned around, threw her over his shoulder, got down on the ground, and started just pummeling her like ruthlessly. It was.
And this is a huge like change in scenery and dynamics compared to Smash, where it's just like the cartoon characters like using their special moves and stuff, which isn't bad, but it was like, whoa, this is brutal. It's not gory, which was also cool. It was all martial arts. I love that about it.
There was like elements of magic or something, but it was like magical punch, not like laser beam.
Yeah,
and like. That's different from Smash Bros. And I think we compared it to Mortal Kombat a lot, which is just really like needlessly gory.
Really
is their
bad.
Whole thing.
I really don't like it anymore.
You really don't like Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, Tekken. It's just turned me off from it.
What?
Kind of. It just felt like shit. I was playing it at the convention. And I was like, wow, this is garbage. Look at that game. It's so much fun.
Yeah. No, I definitely prefer Tekken, but I mean, I don't hate Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I just felt more realistic and more brutal, whereas Mortal Kombat's more shock value.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, look at this crazy, rip your spine out of your thing, break it over your knee, jump rope with it, and then beat the shit out of you with your own spine. That's the kind of stuff happening in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's just like ROTC dudes in like high school being like, dude, I'm such a badass, man. I know all the good combos in Mortal Kombat. I know all the good fatalities.
I know all the good mortalities.
Wow.
The flu.
What?
I may not be totally clear on the definition of mortality and
Isn't mortality like the state of being immortal?
Perhaps. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. DreamHack.
We've played a lot of good indie games.
Yeah, those are fun. There were a lot of pretty cool games out there. There was, is like Neko.
Oh, it's like Nico.
Ghost Tiger Jump.
Nico Cats Die Twice or something.
Yeah, even though
Ghost Jump or
everybody
something.
knows they die 9 times in reality.
Mm. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
What was your favorite one? Tell me about it.
Let's see. There was. I'm just gonna kind of go through them. There was one I played called Warp, where it's like a little like the animation was like drawings cut out of paper and put on something. That all like character, I guess. I guess Platform Fighter.
That was so cool. That was so cool.
We loved that. We played a lot of like 2D fighter games there that were not so great.
There were some very not good fighter games on display in the indie game section, I'll admit.
But Platform Fighter was just so creative. It didn't look
awesome.
creative at all for like just walking by it.
It was a black background with white outlines for characters, but they were just incredibly fleshed out. And you had an attack, a special attack, and then like jumping moves. And like that was all you got.
Yeah, but the special moves were like so cool. Like every character had this huge gimmick that you had to use to win.
Yes, the stockbroker.
The stockbroker was someone Drew played.
It sold me on that game.
You had to like invest and sell your stocks for a profit during the fight to like get more powerful. That's insane. And we also like there was my character I played was like you had to hurt yourself. I was a little cut out of a heart. But you had to hurt yourself to get more hearts, and the more hearts you had, it was harder to get hit, and you hit for more.
I didn't super like that, but then you were beating the crap out of me, so I was like, well, all right, I guess I have to like it now.
I figured out like having 10 hearts is useless. Having like 50 hearts, you can't die. So that was a lot of fun. There was like the dev we were playing with like had a triangle. And he had a triangle. Yeah, it was cut out of a triangle, but it's like he started spinning and it became like a 3D pyramid. And they started spinning faster and shooting lasers out of it.
Oh, what the? I don't remember that.
Yeah, like the faster it went, the bigger the lasers got. It was crazy.
Let's see. I think that was most of the DreamHack experience. We didn't really do much in Hotland otherwise besides go to a pizza place. It was pretty good.
We hung out at our Airbnb.
Yeah, it smelled like fine herbs there at the Airbnb. Yeah, that's for sure.
We want to promote Max's Fine Herbs. Give them just a quick little shout out.
And while we're speaking of promotions, let's do a quick one for our sponsor, Studio X.
Studio X. Oh, Studio X. Oh my gosh. I had the best experience there the other day. I was giving a PowerPoint. It was a fine PowerPoint. It was about logistics and why they're important. I don't really know what logistics are, but the people at Studio X made me really feel like I did. Wouldn't you say? You sat through the presentation.
It was a good presentation. Everyone there was extremely respectful, extremely well-dressed, and extremely formal. That was just the whole vibe at Studio X.
You know like the Met Gala?
Yes.
Like, it's like twice as fancy. I would say.
I've never been to the Met Gala, but I think this is probably true. Well, I've been to Studio X.
I'd say, well, yeah. I guess
you need to go to the Met Gala at that point.
I guess you need to go to the Met Gala to see what poverty is like after you've been to Studio X.
It's the duality of of poverty and Studio X, of course, on the other side of things.
If you go into Studio X right now and use the code BIGMIN on campus, you'll get half off on collated papers.
Collated papers are not available in all countries.
No.
Thank you, Studio X, for your amazing partnership.
You've always been so professional. You were there for me when I was in the hospital, and I'd like to thank you so much.
So, big thank you to Studio X. So, following Atlanta, I would say that was, or Atlanta, excuse me. I think that was 2 or 3 weeks ago? From now, specifically?
Yeah, that was November.
Something or other?
It happened that month.
Oh, okay. Last bit from Atlanta, though. I was walking around, and I saw, and I know you were there for this too, but the narrative is important. And it was try our shitty app with shitty achievements on it. And I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
Novelty time. Which I love. Love doing things for, the sake of a joke.
Yes.
It's all part of the bit.
Yeah,
and
we love committing to bits here.
And you can get these achievements at all the different booths, and they showed you user statistics in the app, and it said no one is playing this game. I was like, oh, well, if we play the game, we'll be the cool achievement guys.
Yeah, it was the intro that said, hey, come play this game. Here's your first achievement right here. And we scanned it, and it's 0% of users have this achievement.
This is worthless, and they did that. It's understandable why people didn't do it at the time.
Yeah,
it was.
You could either play indie games and go around and have fun, or scan QR codes.
Yeah,
so we scanned QR codes
in hidden places. There was I remember I saw one, and I was like, oh, turn to look. It's up on top of a wall behind a fenced off area. How kind of them to put the QR code up there.
Yeah, and we had to finagle that one specifically. We were trying to take pictures on our phone to zoom in more.
Yeah,
scanning. We were trying.
Took a picture, zoomed in on the picture, took a picture of that picture, and zoomed in. And then the QR code scanner wasn't working, so we had to go find a different one. It was a whole mess. And then, but we ended up getting all of them, and I think 1%. I'm guessing somewhere in the range of 10 to 20 people got all the achievements we did.
Sure.
Just because it was dumb. But then the guy emailed us, the social media head of DreamHack, and he was like, oh, thank you for catching my achievements. I'd like to offer you a free festival pass. It's oh.
Yeah. He offered us a free festival pass. So for those uneducated with the ways of DreamHack per se, those festival passes are for all 3 days of any festival. And those are worth $80 to $100.
I think so. It's not free. No. And more than $50, which is usually more than I like to pay for things.
Yeah, it's a good bit. So getting this for going around and scanning QR codes was a pleasant surprise.
Very profitable.
Yeah, we were trying to. Our friends did not achievement hunt.
They were oh, so funny game, Drew.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get this one. They had 2 out of 12. Suck it. Now I have the free pass, and I choose where I go to DreamHack.
Yeah, and they were all trying to scheme and divine how this happened. And they're some poor intern probably had to come up with an interactive game to play, and he came up with achievements. So this dude they just wanted to give everyone something nice for playing their shitty little game. So they just gave us free passes. Because they said, it costs them nothing for us to attend, pretty much.
Yeah, there's so few people doing it.
Yeah.
So that was the DreamHack experience.
And I would just like to say, while they were all trying to figure out how this happened or why, Drew sends me this message. He says, "We are the masters of wealth. Achievement hunting has its perks."
Yeah, that's how I felt about it at the time.
It was a very exciting time. It was striking gold in the
that almost California never happened. Valley. It was definitely a feel good moment for me when I needed one. So that was the DreamHack experience. I mean, I just there's school and stuff going on. I was oh, this is awesome. It's the dredge of life right now.
Yeah.
So following DreamHack and our lull in uploads we've entered the final season here at UTK, or the finals-ish season. I have my first one tomorrow. It's in history.
Oh.
The great thing about history is if you don't learn it, it repeats itself. Confucius said that.
I bet someone else has said that now because it's repeated itself.
Sean's dad actually said it too. That's where I got it from.
Oh my god. History repeated itself just then. That's meta.
So, but leading up to that, so I wanted to do this last week also, but then I was in the car eating beef jerky. And this is a harrowing tale. Let me preface this first. This is for like squeamish listeners, you may want to cover your ears to this one.
It's not that bad, but go on.
Hot take warning. Graphic take warning.
Oh, graphic take.
Okay, so I'm eating beef jerky in my parents' car on the way to our grandparents' house, just tearing through some beef jerky. We went to this place called Beef Jerky Unlimited.
Whoa, wait. This isn't like Jack whatever Link. What?
No, it's not Jack Link's. It's just a place called Beef Jerky Unlimited.
And this is like special jerky?
I mean, they make really good jerky there.
Okay.
Yeah. I go there every year, first of all, and Beef Jerky Unlimited is awesome. It was Ellen's favorite place, and I've like warmed up to it, and I really like it now because they just have barrels. And also, it was like I was a child the first time we went there, and it was like this pseudo magical place for me. Because originally only my dad was allowed to go in for some reason. I don't really remember why, or maybe I just didn't want to go inside. But it was like he would go in, proceed with the dealings that I had no idea what was going on, and then return with heaps of beef jerky. And I was like, what's going on in there? It's got to be a crazy place to have that much beef jerky, so much before that, so that I've never seen. And so it was like it was the illusion of it all. Is what really got me about it.
I just like to think your dad is like secretly some mobster who gets paid exclusively in beef jerky, and this is like his Christmas bonus.
Well, we always go up around Christmas. It was a very special event, and then eventually Ellen started going in, and I was like, why does Ellen get to go in? And I realized that there was no reason that anybody got to go in. They just wanted to go in, and I had like tricked myself somehow into thinking I had to stay in the car whenever we went to Beef Jerky Unlimited in Michigan. So I finally went in there, I think for the first time, like, last year, the year before, and it's just this big, like, it's not like a warehouse, it's just this big, like, gas station-style room, but the only things they have a cooler in the front that's got, I looked in there, they had exotic meats in there. They had ostrich jerky, like, well-prepared. Fine ostrich jerky.
Giraffe burgers?
No giraffe burgers. That was a Christmas commodity, unfortunately, so it was all sold out. But then everywhere else is just these barrels. And they're all filled with beef jerky. It was awesome.
This makes like, how viable is that business model?
Well, I've thought that every time I've gone in there, because every time. Okay, so the first time that I've ever seen someone else besides us go in there, some other guy goes in right behind us, and then I see him go to his car, and he's got bags filled with beef jerky. The beef jerky fans, they come out and they just collect in droves.
Okay.
Beef jerky is also not cheap. Also. Like
that, well, sure, yeah.
That is a hard food to make, and then they have it on all these flavors. I personally like the flamethrower, giving me that hot, but it's also tough.
Sure. You're a big spice guy.
I'm a beef jerky and spice enthusiast, so it just works. But yeah, so I always think every time I go in there, like, how can this business stay afloat? But it's been up as long as I've been alive, because I'm 21, just to let everybody know.
Age reveal.
Age reveal, 21. I'll get to another story about that in a second, but it's been up ever since, like, I was, at least, and since, I want to say 4 or 5.
Since like, you were 4 or 5, so like 17.
At least.
16
at
years,
least.
Yeah.
That's the first time I just knew about it, and it had to have existed for at least a year before that, or at least like a few months or something. But I think that's unlikely, and they've stayed up ever since then, and it's this beef jerky emporium. I have no idea how they stay afloat, but they've stayed afloat for at least 17 years, so they have to be doing something right.
It's gotta be like either the novelty of just a store of beef jerky, or there's gotta be some like mega fans or like eccentric billionaires who love beef jerky that go and buy barrels.
I really hope so, but whenever I go there, I just get like a few bags of something. But that first guy that I saw, he came out with just handfuls, like he is like hugging. Dude, he's got his arms full of beef jerky, pretty much.
Yeah.
So he's a real enthusiast. Okay, but so that's Beef Jerky Unlimited for all your unlimited beef jerky needs. I don't really remember what town it's in. Also, this is kind of a weak promotion, but I really like the store. But so I'm eating some of I think it was like the hickory beef jerky.
Sure.
And then I hear this big crunch noise. I was like, that's not what beef jerky sounds like. And I look I like take it out of my mouth, and there's like a big chunk of my tooth in the beef jerky. I was like, oh, and I just screamed to my mom. I said, "Mom, emergency!" And she,
Mother, fix it.
Well, I was like, I think that's really what my immediate reaction was. It was like, Mom, please help.
Yeah.
Part of my tooth just broke off. And I don't know what to do. We're in the car. And, well, it's like, the closer you get to the nerves, like, the more sensitive it is. And you can have some real, like, you need, like, I spooked myself by reading about it online in the moment.
Oh, that's the worst thing to do.
It was like, watch out, you might need a root canal if you leave it open for too long. I was like,
root canals aren't that bad. Well, I've never had one, but I almost needed one.
Well, the only experience I have with a root canal is that scene in Finding Nemo in the Australian dentist when the guy's like, oh yeah, big root canal. And he just like sticks a needle in his mouth. He's like, "Rah!" You know what I'm talking about? All the fish are watching him get a root canal, and they're all spectating.
And that dude just like shrieking like he's being like tortured.
Yeah. I realize in real life they probably use anesthesia, but I was a child, and along with the watching fish, I had no idea about anesthesia. Okay, but another preface to this. Beef jerky probably isn't tough enough to just tear my tooth off.
Yeah.
Right? So how did this happen? Well, when I was 7, I was playing badminton at this church camp.
Uh-oh.
And this rat bastard kid is also 7. I mean, I'm a kid at this point, but it's like...
And this kid, you think you told me would grow up to found ISIS, if I recall correctly.
We might be thinking of 2 different stories.
Oh, yeah. That was the other... Go on.
But I'm playing badminton. He's on my team, and he's just a fucking joker. And he's waving his thing everywhere, thinking he's real funny. He's gonna hit me. He hits me on the arm, and I already hate him. And I was like, okay, this is a founded excuse to switch teams from you. I no longer have to be on your team because you're harming me.
Yeah.
And it's not petty anymore. Everyone can respect this, and all the other petty kids are like, that makes sense. I think you should be on different teams now that you're whacking the shit out of him.
It's an honor code thing. It's the law of the streets at church camp on the badminton courts.
So I switched the team, but he follows me. He follows me to the other team.
Uh-oh.
And I have this like mark on my arm. I was like, get away from me. And then he's doing this move where he like lunges backwards, and on the backswing he hits me right in the mouth, right with the metal part of the badminton racket, which is like
painful.
It's so unlikely.
Yeah.
It's so unlikely that the surface area of this thing, I get hit right in the metal, right in my tooth, and it's my front 2 teeth too, and a big chunk. Not like a chunk. I'm imagining, when I say chunk, I'm imagining like ham, and you're like squeezing it in your hands.
What? What?
That's what
No. A chunk is like ham you're squeezing in your hands.
Well, that's like what the word's definition like brings to my mind. That's like the visual I have.
Okay, go on.
But so this is like a bit, I would say, like
squeezing. Sorry, that threw me for a loop. No, I don't want to derail this story anymore. Go on.
There's a bit of my tooth that came off, and I look like a goblin. Not only I lived with this for a very long time, so I don't think I could have hated it that much. But I had a very like jagged tooth, and I could like I had like a very sharp point on it, which was kind of cool. But the dentist said that it wasn't like an immediate emergency, so I just lived with this for the longest. And I only ever got it fixed when I think I was 19.
Oh, really?
And I got to put a veneer put on it. Well, I don't know why I didn't do it. I didn't do it in high school because I didn't want to. I thought it was going to be painful, just like every time I go to the dentist is. I have some hang-ups about it.
Yeah.
And he gets me a veneer on both of the teeth, and it's just like a covering that's bonded to it, which is made out of porcelain. And then that was what broke when I was eating the beef jerky. But so long story short, we were gonna record, but I had to go to the dentist.
Yeah.
A full week ago.
When you're in the business like we are, your mouth is your moneymaker. So
and that's a good point. Also,
what?
That your mouth is your moneymaker. I didn't think of that in regards to us doing a podcast. That's fun.
Sure.
Keep going.
Yeah, so when it was really an attack on our personal funds that this beef jerky committed against us. I think,
and that kid.
Yeah, I think the U.S. got him with a drone strike though, so that evens that score. But I think Beef Jerky Unlimited, he said, is conducting an investigation into this faulty jerky. Very reputable. Yeah,
cool. The first I'm hearing of it, but that sounds great.
Oh yeah, they texted me because they texted our representative, and he was supposed to get that to you, but we fired him because we're just so wealthy, we don't need representatives.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, better than I could have put it. So I think that's what's led me up to this point. And then I did do school and stuff. It's pretty boring. That happens a lot.
Yeah, it's gotten to the boring part of the year. Well, the stressful yet boring part.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it is really boring around this time of year, which is why we wanted to share our tips for how to be wealthy without paying anyone a dime, including the government. Oh, damn it! It's that darn tax collector again. Drew, get the shotgun.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be back after we deal with this scoundrel.
When we return, Turner's Twisted Tales.
But for now, here's a word from our great friend Sean. Take it away.
Hey, it's Sean here, and you know who doesn't like to pay their taxes? Bums. And you know what bums do? Sleep in. That's my loose connection between tax collectors and what I'm about to talk about. I have notes. Sleeping in's great because you get to wear your pajamas. Cozy. You're well rested. Tons of health benefits. You get to skip school or work. I mean, that's not always a good thing, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. Sean, and I guess don't forget to show me your bugs. That's all I got for you today.
Stay out, you thief. Sorry about that. We just got a tax collector out here. This is why I'm voting Libertarian.
Oh, very novel of you to be a Libertarian.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sean, for those wonderful messages. And before we left, we prefaced Turner's Twisted Tales. These stories come from a dark place, a twisted time, and a nightmarish hellscape. These are Turner's Twisted Tales. So go ahead, Turner.
Thanksgiving. A time of family.
And
time
famine.
Of gathering. No. A time of gathering and happiness during the day. But when night descends, it becomes none other than Black Friday.
Oh, I love Black Friday.
It's a lot of fun, yeah. But for this twisted tale, we go to the fiendish land. It's a conglomeration of gluttony and greed. What is it called? Opry Mills. Opry Mills shopping mall. Where all the evil dwelling criminals live.
Really?
I mean, some probably do.
Okay.
I mean, it's a twisted tale.
Okay. Let's embellish.
I've never embellished anything.
Me too.
I swear I saw a demon there as I was walking in. He was sitting there with the big thing of like chains, and he had a maul and a mace, and he said, "I'm a demon." But anyways.
Yeah, what happened?
So, it's kind of a family tradition. In like the past 3 years, we started doing it.
Only 3? I thought you did this all the time.
Well, like 5 maybe, I don't know.
I was thinking like 10.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We started doing this like 5 years. This year it's just me, my dad, my mom, my cousin, and his girlfriend. So we went out to Opry Mills. I keep wanting to say like Old Hickory.
Old Town.
Yeah, Old Town Mall. We guess what road we went in on? Vietnam Vets.
Okay.
So we go into this store. It's like VF or something. I don't know.
VF?
What?
VF, as you said?
Yeah, the letter V and then the letter F.
This is a clothing store, right?
Yeah.
I just guessed that. That's like the clothing store like attitude, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like AE, similar.
Oh, yeah.
It stands for something.
2 letters is our brand.
It's monotonous. Monotonous is not the right word for that. It's elaborate.
It's just pretentious enough to work. This place is kind of like cheap. Like they sell like $10 drones also.
Oh.
It's like
Brookstone. That sells clothing.
Does Brookstone sell clothing?
No.
Okay. Yeah, they just had like drones and like pillows, and then everything else was clothes. It's a really weird setup in hindsight. But we go in there and we're walking in like, oh boy, can't wait to get some great capitalistic goods for a discount. And we go in, and this guy goes in right behind us, and me and my dad are walking down that aisle, and we hear this big like, and the dude is like stomping behind us, and like my dad just turns around and
Stumper.
He scoots out of the way, and the guy goes, "Thank you."
What? What in the world?
It's not a big aisle, dude. This is, like, the audacity of this person. It's like, we're not in the way of anyone. We're looking at clothes.
Was the store packed? Was it popular?
No!
Oh.
No, it wasn't. It was not. Absolutely not. The nerve of that guy. I'm surprised my dad didn't say anything to him. My dad's the kind of guy where if you upset him, he'll say something. And it'll be snarky.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Yeah, just like that. He'll make like a fart noise is something he'll do.
Oh my god.
Like, when he's going up the stairs, you can hear him go like... I can't do the noise well, but like... My dad's the goofiest person I know.
That's not just like satisfying, like, righteous disrespect. It's like just child enough where it's like, I look down upon you and I equate you to a child, so I'm gonna make a farting noise now.
Like, every time, like, my dad's a pretty aggressive driver too. So like, when we pass someone on the way to school, he'd be like, look at this drug-addicted scumlord in front of me. And I thought that was so funny. I was like, man, this guy does drugs, and he's the lord of scum. He's in the scum business.
That's what young Turner thought?
Yeah.
Well, more recently, but not like a few years ago, but I'm old enough to not think things like that. Sorry, but...
No, go ahead. It's purely anecdotal. I really don't care. Go on.
And we're driving on the highway with my dad, and he sees the HOV lane on the left of the highway, and he's like, oh, HOV lane, that's perfect for me. And high occupancy vehicle is what that stands for. Yeah. And then it like somehow comes out that he thinks that stands for human occupied vehicle. instead of the high occupancy. And we were like,
oh, that's to weed out the synths.
How could you possibly think that? And he like was like trying to explain this like what sounded like a fever dream where there's just robots driving cars, or it's like a car rolling down the street with fake people in it, and it's just like a dummy. And that was his reasoning there. That was his like posthumous explanation for it.
What if mannequins came to life? They couldn't use this lane. That's how we'll stop them. They'll be caught in traffic with the other robots.
Oh, now that we're on the subject of each other's dads, I feel like they're both wild characters. Definitely a lot to talk about there.
Sure.
When I was little, and my dad swears this, and I'm pretty sure you've told me that it's not true. He's always called your dad, and who is also named Turner. Yes. He's like, oh, Brother Turner, and I was like, why do you call him Brother Turner? He's like, well, he I saw him at something, and he said, Brother Andrew. I was like, oh, Brother Turner.
My dad has no memory of this.
It's just insane. He doesn't imagine things, he imagines that he remembers things. And like that's kind of in the same vein as the human occupied vehicle idea that he had. And he just does like the goofiest, and it wasn't like when I was little, it's not like how I feel like your dad is big comedian.
Oh, yeah.
Hilarious.
So like my dad, I'm so blessed that he announced all of my middle school football games, and he's still the announcer at my high school that I attended 4 years ago, most recently. So I just remember like we went to a magnet school, so naturally we lost a lot of games. So when we were down a lot and he figured no one was paying attention, like the other team would be playing, instead of saying like number 17 with a basket, he'd say, and that basket by Booger McSkeeter. He'd just come up with redneck names. And like one time we played this school called Tucker's Crossroads in middle school.
Oh boy, that sounds like a great school.
Yeah.
Led by Reverend Tucker.
Yeah. He was at a real crossroads. So he just started calling them Tennessee Crossroads, like the antique show. Nobody noticed except my mom. And like he had to like do these advertisements for concessions. And he'd say, "Try their new lobster, only $10.99." And like he'd make the cheerleaders come sing the national anthem instead of playing the tape. He's a real goon.
This is all very, like, pointed comedy, though. Like, at the very least intentional in some way.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten just as much, like, comparatively between my father and yours. I feel like I've gotten just as many laughs, but it's never on purpose with my dad. Like, where it was just like, I mean, I feel like I'm very much underselling him here. Very intelligent guy, totally overshadows me. Exec at some huge insurance company right now. After getting a PhD in physics, he's like, boring. He switches to a corporate job, but he's just like these, like, but it's like the eccentric genius thing, like the goofiness.
Yeah,
it's so. You've experienced it, I'm sure, at some point. The one thing that just came to me was like, I remember when we were seniors, and this is a great thing to talk about. When we were seniors, me and Turner, we were a doubles team in tennis.
Oh yes,
we were partners. It's a long time coming on the big men on campus. I played front, Turner played back. It was actually awesome. One of my more liked high school memories. But I don't think we played at the specific tennis match, but I finished my match and I'm done for like an hour. I'm just hanging out. And then my dad shows up. And I'm like, oh, hey, Dad, you just missed my match. Only an hour. And he's like, oh, I went to the wrong tennis court. And then came here on my bike an hour later. I'm like, oh. So valuable of you to do that, Dad. So incredibly helpful.
Gosh.
It's just those are the goofiness of it, and it's like the obliviousness. And I just connected the dots very recently that when I was young, he tried doing ski biking.
Ski biking?
And it ended horribly, as the name would suggest.
What is ski biking?
I still don't really know what ski biking is. I just know you injure yourself horribly when you ski bike.
My dad injured himself horribly just skiing. So what I remember is like my dad has this big hat that looks like a moose and it has antlers that stick off the side of it. So
this will end well.
Yeah. So he was like trying to race me or something, and he had poles, and I was like, I don't need poles. I'm cool.
What?
Yeah.
He thought you have to have poles.
You don't have to have poles. It's much easier if you do. But I was like 10.
Right now. What? Okay, keep going.
So yeah, I didn't have poles. My dad did. We were racing, and
wait, you didn't have the poles?
No, I did not.
And you were fine.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You just use your skis to stop, slow, and navigate. You don't like use your poles that much.
Okay, that's just wild to me. Every time I've skied, I've like depended on the poles to keep my balance and stay up.
Yeah.
I was also 10, but you were also 10 without the poles.
Yeah.
Very, very valuable. Very heroic.
That reminds me. I feel like we've like gone like off 10 segues, each building off the other. But yeah. So we were racing, and my dad like zooms past me, and goes, "See you later, sucker!" Like some sort of villain. And then a kid crashes into him, and he falls down and stabs himself like in the rib with the pole. And like, I somehow didn't see this, so I just went down. I was like, "Man, I killed him. I beat him in that race really well." And then I see like the emergency crew come down, and he's in like a canoe. Like, you know, they have to like get like a ski ready stretcher.
Oh, but they had a canoe just in case.
No, that's not like it's a stretcher that looks like a canoe.
Oh, I thought you actually meant like a canoe.
No, they did not take a canoe up to go get. It just kind of looks like that, like because it has to like ski, like it has to go in the snow.
All right, that's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, I think
a feat of engineering.
Yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just got stabbed by myself. Some kid crashed into me." So that was a lot of fun. And then the other thing I remember skiing is that, you know, they had like the ski lifts.
Is this heroic and valuable?
Of my dad?
No, you said that reminded you of something.
There's heroics involved, I guess.
Okay, keep going.
So like they have these little ski lifts. You know, like the chair lifts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay. So
yeah, I love those.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Do you ever fall out?
So.
Oh, okay.
Well, that story may or may not involve this.
Just making conversation. Tell the story.
Yeah. Okay. So I go up, and like me and him are sitting next to each other, and like you get to this little ramp where like the ski lift drops down a little bit and then it goes back up, and I just forget to go. I was just like sitting there like having a great time. And I was like, oh no. And like I'm like 10 feet up in the air. My dad's like, just go to the other one. Just go. And like he says, just go. And I mishear that as jump. So I jumped. And I crashed.
Oh my gosh.
I was okay.
How
Like,
high up?
10, 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
No. It wasn't like a 50-foot drop or something. But like he was like, you goofball. And then later he stabbed himself because he
that was the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I can't. I went skiing so long ago. I don't even remember really doing it. I remember. But my. I don't think I don't know how much he had been skiing before, but my dad was like, "Oh, Black Diamond time!" As soon as we got there.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't really remember having heard how that went, but that was definitely par for the course for him. I was on the bunny slope with Ellen for most of the day, which was still really fun. It's just fun to ski. I really like skiing.
Yeah. We'll have a fan meetup at the slopes later, maybe.
Sean and Johnny and Max and like the robotics team, they said they were going on a ski trip for camaraderie purposes.
They'll take the they can't take the humans only vehicle because they're the robotics team though. So
yeah, and I remember Sean was saying he was like, I don't really want to go, or I don't really want to ski, or something.
He didn't want to ski. Why?
Yeah, I think he just got, I don't remember. He got like convinced into doing it.
He's probably wanted to sleep in.
That's what the news says in bugs.
Yeah. Oh God. You see the thing about the beetle
on the news?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I couldn't believe it. Anyways, so yeah, I think a ski trip would be a lot of fun. I've not been skiing since I was little. We did tubing more as I got older.
Yes. Oh, that's why I didn't go skiing.
Why?
Because I got off the bunny slope and I was like, I know I said it was fun, but it was like after like 3 or 4 times down the same slope, I was like, boring.
It's like a slide, pretty much.
Yeah.
The bunny slopes are.
Yes, that's a good analogy. But then I like discovered tubing at that point, and then my life was changed forever.
Tubing is so much fun.
It's also just a slide, but it's like
an extreme slide.
It's like that childlike joy that like not when you first, but it's like you find a water slide that you really like, and you just spend the whole time going up and down, up and down,
yes.
which I did many times as a youth.
Where did you do? Was this Gatlinburg or something you did it in, or Michigan?
Yeah, there's this public pool at Michigan. Public pool, awesome. I know.
Yeah, why would a public pool have a sand tubing?
No, they had an awesome water slide.
Oh. Where did you go tubing?
Oh, at Perfect North, Indiana.
Why would I know that?
I just feel like that's where people go skiing and snowing and stuff.
I had family who lived in a town in North Carolina called Banner Elk. Shout out to Banner Elk. Another great sponsor. But they would always go to this place called Sugar Mountain or Beach Mountain, and I feel like I've heard people going there.
Oh, the snow is sugar?
Yes. It's next to the Gumdrop Falls. And what is it, like Plum Tree
Here comes
City?
Candy Island.
Yeah.
It's safer on the docks.
Yeah, so that's where I went skiing in Gatlinburg occasionally.
We went to Ober. Do you know Ober?
Oh, Gatlinburg, yeah.
Ober. That's what people say. I've heard.
Oh, like Hotlanta?
Yeah, but no, they just say Ober.
Sure.
Well, when we were there, it was like I can barely remember what we did. It was in the summer. That's why nothing worked actually in Ober. Yeah, we could not go skiing to our demise, and we could not go tubing because it was the middle of July. Unfortunately,
You could go water tubing on the lake.
we went to what is the Gatlinburg water park, Dolly Parton Water Park called? It's like Treasure Island. Or
Wilderness
something.
at the Smokies.
That is not it. It's called Beach Bend or something.
Beach Bend?
No, it's okay. It's the Dollywood Water Park. You have to know this.
I know what you're talking about, but I've never been to Dollywood.
Okay,
Water Park.
the Dollywood Water Splash Country.
Yeah, that's it.
We went to Splash Country. It was awesome.
You have to have a passport to get in.
Exactly, and that's where they get all the ocean fish in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah.
And the Tennessee Ocean is directly connected to Splash Country.
Yeah.
So they have but they added the last time I was there, it was the most similar thing to tubing. Okay, so in Perfect North, it was just it is in Indiana. There's these huge tubing slides, and it's extreme, like you said. I love I love tubing so much.
Mhm.
But this is like they have these mats, and like you hold on to these bars at the front of the mats. They're sleds. They're sleds made out of like foam, and then you go down these slides, and you're head first, like.
You have to make the noise or it doesn't go.
Yeah, you don't make the noise. They just sit there, and it was like a race. So that was really, really similar to tubing.
Mm.
That whole trip was awesome.
Dude, that reminds me of those. Have you done like a mountain coaster? You know what I'm talking about?
No, what is that?
I did this. I did one in Jamaica, but I see them all over in Pigeon
Jamaica.
Forge.
You went to Jamaica?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to tell me everything.
I texted you this. No, I faxed you this, and I had the wrong number. It was a big fiasco.
Oh, okay.
We'll get Sean to look into it. Yeah, those wooden coasters are really cool because it's like a slide. Well, like you're in like a roller coaster like type seat. You go down individually.
Doesn't sound right.
Okay, it's not like a roller coaster. It's like it's like a cart, but like it's attached to the thing like a roller coaster.
Oh, okay. Is it like the Thunder roller coaster at Dollywood? That one's made out of wood.
No, it's not like that. It's like on the ground. It's like they sometimes
what?
They like dig a little trench out. It's like a slide, but it's on rails. Like you can control how fast or slow you go.
You need to make the noise, or it doesn't go at all.
Yeah, except mine was a bobsled, so I was like shouting, "Yeah, man!" Because we're in Jamaica, and it's expected.
The Jamaican bobsled.
That was fun. Like I saw this like little thing down there that I thought was a monkey, but it looked like a groundhog too. It was crazy.
Did you figure out what that was? The monkey groundhog?
Nope.
Oh,
awesome. It was probably just like a baby Bigfoot or something.
Unidentified species.
Yeah.
It could have been the lesser bilby coming out of extinction.
Yeah. That was probably it.
A small marsupial, which was, I think, hunted out of existence
until now.
When it appeared in Jamaica, thousands of miles away.
It escaped.
The lesser bilby, I don't remember where I saw it, but I put it on my Instagram, and I put with this timer, and it was like, lesser bilby will return in this many days. And that was like in July, and I put it for somewhere in November, and I was like, that'll never come. Like, that's like an analogous amount of...
infinite amount of time.
Like an amalgamous amount of time. Yeah, it's practically an infinite amount of time.
Amalgamous.
Yeah, amalgamous amount of time. I was like, that'll never come. The lesser bilby will always be in the future. But then the other day, I got a notification. I was like, your timer is up. I was like, is anybody expecting anything? It's like, good. Nobody noticed. Nobody really cared at that point. So I was like, I got away with it. The lesser bilby never came back. That's an exclusive listener look. I did not bring back the lesser bilby for that bit. It was just something to put on my Instagram story.
Drew, we were talking about how we commit to bits. I just can't believe you failed. I think that really sours our reputation, comedians and big men.
Dude, the other day in the library, UT's premier hangout for studying, but mostly for me, it's
also a club.
I just keep it social, really, in the library.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm supposed to go there to work. I feel like this is a pretty big energy, big mood in the library, but it's like, I'm going there to work, and then everybody shows up, and it's just like, party time.
Yeah, I feel bad for people that come there to work. Like, I think Mary and Pierce last time came to work, and they felt like they left because like, I can't get any work done. It's like, I'm sorry.
And when I was the same time as like, I was like, okay, I have a homework due 2 days from now, and it has 8 problems. I need to get 4 done. And we were there for like 5 hours, and I got 2 done on a homework because we were just screwing around laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it's fun, but it's like, I go to the library, or I don't stay in my room. I was like, I cannot work in my room. How could I work in my room? That's a fun place where I'm not going to get any work done.
No, I feel that completely. How do I get work done? Oh, God. Like, in my room, like, I'm just like, all right, I'll turn on the TV and work. And I was like, all right, I'll lay in bed and work. Like, all right, I'm going to take a nap.
And work.
Yeah, I'll take a nap and work.
It always goes so well.
It just, yeah, and then it turns out I didn't work the entire time, actually. It was the Joker's trick.
Well, I recently discovered, and it's like this perfect storm, so I can't, there's like specific places, like not just like rooms or buildings, it's like specific spots in rooms. So like in my room, our current studio, until Studio X lets us record in there.
Yeah.
There's like I have a chair in my computer. It was featured in the first episode as a really squeaky fucking chair that made a bunch of noise.
Yeah.
And I cannot do homework there without getting distracted or like probably because my computer with all my games is right there.
Yeah.
And I just lose my shit immediately. Start watching a YouTube video in the background while I play the Pokemon trading card game online. And the homework never gets done. But if I'm sitting in the opposite corner of my room, using my bed as a desk, I get so much work done. I see
you doing chemistry.
It's strange. And then I discovered the couch outside. Specifically, my spot on the couch. It's like kind of like how Sheldon has a spot, but it's my spot.
Bazinga. Right?
I was making a media parallel there for a second.
Oh, an illusion.
An illusion.
Shout out to Nick Bergman.
Pearls Before Swine. You'll be hearing from him real soon.
Oh, wink, wink. Since you can't see us winking.
Yeah, but it's our couch. There's like a back on all of the couch except for one spot. That's where I like to sit. That's where I get all my work done for some reason. So the day after, I only got 3 problems done. I sat on that spot and I finished it all in like an hour. And then I got to play Sonic Heroes, my new favorite PS2 game. Now that we've whipped out the PS2 in my room, I feel like there's like. Do you ever like feel like how there's eras like in your social groups? Like I feel like specifically with my roommates, we're all pals. We're all chums. Talks amongst chums, so to speak.
Yeah.
To quote my friend David. And there's like eras of stuff that we do. Like, and right now we're like in a PlayStation 2 era for some reason, which is a golden age in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
Do you ever feel this way about anything? Like I also feel it personally, where it's like, right now I'm also in a big Yu-Gi-Oh era. Like I'm not playing any other games on my phone because I'm a big mobile gamer.
Yeah.
Really cool, but I'm like it's Yu-Gi-Oh time, like constantly, and I'm not playing any of my other amazing phone games that I have available in my phone library.
Yeah, I'm in a big Mario Kart era on my phone. I play that usually in econ.
Classic use of school time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get a good grade in there. I don't care. The economy. What I learned is that the economy doesn't really matter. Just buy all of our merch.
Buy. Spend. SpongeBob, me boy, you're wasting all my hard-earned monies, and that's the economy.
Yep.
I feel like it's like a focus thing. Like I can only devote myself to one like activity at a time. You know, and I don't know if that's super unique, but I feel like other people are able to multitask like their free time better. But like right now, like when I like am done working or done doing stuff, it's like I want to do like one of 3 things. You know,
yeah.
Like I don't set aside time for things. It's like I want to play fill in blank Sonic Heroes right now all the time. That's all I want to do, or play games on my phone. But
did you just try to dab and cough, or is that just the way you moved?
That was an accident.
Okay.
I was just clearing my throat.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Do you ever feel that way about stuff? Like, I don't know how other people do it.
Yeah, like I just got Red Dead Redemption on Black Friday. We'll finish that story towards the end. Sorry, but yeah, I just got that on clearance for Black Friday, and I've been playing that a little bit. There's so much detail on that; it's ridiculous.
Is this all you want to do?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just bad at budgeting my time, but I also feel like I just get super invested in things. Like, I feel like one of my things right now is like the Pokemon card game because I'm not playing the Switch game for reasons I won't go into with the amount of time that we have left. But it's it's just. I don't know if it's like a bad thing or not for me. I feel like I can weaponize it to be really good.
Yeah, you're
to excel in a certain thing.
Like, as amateur psychologists may call it, left-brained.
Oh,
like you're really detail-oriented.
Cool. Excellent.
Like, instead of like, to put it like, instead of like focusing on like your surroundings, you focus on one detail that you think is the most important, and you focus on that better than anyone else. But you have no peripheral awareness. Would you say that's accurate?
Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I want right now. I'm dying to go see Sean and play some Sonic Heroes.
I'm sorry our podcast is interrupting your Sonic Hero times.
No, it's just like it's in the back of my mind. Like I'm always thinking about like I could be doing that. Right
Oh
now.
yeah. Like when you're in class, it's like, when can I get out of here and play some Sonic Heroes? Like
That's not what this is. I'm just I'm just thinking it's like Sonic Heroes. Interesting.
yeah,
Cool. It's a lingering thought right now.
it's like when will like when can I get out of here to play me some Sonic Heroes?
You're making me seem like a bad host.
I'm
right
not
now,
trying to.
And I'm trying to decriminalize myself.
No, like when can I get out of my chores or responsibilities?
Dude, I still have chores.
What?
I don't have chores.
When can I get out of my current task to go play Sonic Heroes? It's not when can I go get out of here and go do whatever I want. It's when can I go play Sonic Heroes.
Exactly.
Okay.
But it makes me feel like a child.
No.
Okay. Thanks for validating me. So I on Black Friday you got Red Dead. I found Fallout 4. Awesome. And I got Spider-Man.
I didn't like Fallout 4 that much.
Well, we had that whole scrimmage and Model UN about it, so I was like, I gotta get it. It was how much did you get it for? Did you get it when it came out?
I got it for Christmas, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, it was $15 at Target.
Yeah, that's worth it.
I definitely think that I'm up to get a game that's I'm up to get a AAA game for $15. Whatever AAA means, I just think that means good.
It means major studio.
Oh, okay.
God. AAA does not mean good. you swine.
And then I've never actually thought that it would be good or heard that it was good, but people were just like, buy Spider-Man, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I've heard that from them, but I've never seen anything about it. I've just heard from people that I heard that game's good. Like just the rumor mill says that Spider-Man is good. Apparently.
Yeah, Spider-Man's good. You know.
Where did you hear that?
The rumor.
Who told you Spider-Man is good?
Wouldn't you like to know?
When did you see it played at all? I don't even know how it works.
I saw Donkey's video about it. I read reviews, or a review or two.
Well, I don't trust reviews.
They're
subjective.
Oh, I thought they were quantitative.
That's all things.
I thought they measured the goodness scale.
But it's just, I don't know if I'm ever gonna play it for that reason though. It's a pretty dumb thing to say, but it's like the mystery of it is if I play this game, am I gonna open Pandora's box and it's like, oh, that was shit. It wasn't even worth the $15 I got it for on triple clearance. But I don't know anything about it, so I don't Google anything about it either. I just bought the game. I feel like I'm a corporate shill or something. I'm just
for $15, you're not. That's 25% of the original price.
But I can't bring myself to play it. I don't think.
That's
because
fair.
I'll never know. Well, I will know if I play it, but then it's the illusion is gone.
I did that with Arkham Asylum.
Did you ever play it?
I never opened it. Never did.
You actually did that? When did that game came out? I feel like it came out years ago.
Oh, it did. It was on my 360.
Wow.
Yeah, never played it. I was like, this game seems really cool, but I'm not really in the mood to be Batman.
Critics, scientists, bankers, doctors, financiers, and professionals, they all say that it makes you feel like Batman.
That's what I've heard, but I like to feel like Turner sometimes. In fact, a lot of the time.
And I like to feel like Drew. Drew, Turner, that's who we are. The big men on campus.
The biggest men you'll ever see.
I think that about wraps things up for today. I felt like we learned a lot.
Oh, yeah, and I had a great time on Black Friday, just to finish that story.
Oh yeah, how did that go? Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. I just feel like they do that thing where they raise the prices and then say, oh, look, it's 50% discount.
Oh, okay.
So it's not actually that great.
I think I got clothes.
Yeah, I got some clothes. I got this sweater I'm wearing right now. It's a navy blue pullover type thing for those who aren't in the studio with us.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, that puts a pin in all the stories, I think. I think we closed every thread that we lined up today.
Oh, we tried.
I guess there's a few things for the future.
Yeah, sure. If there's a story we didn't finish, tweet them at us at, what's our Twitter handle? Medium-sized men?
I believe so.
Let me check.
If there's anything you'd like to hear us talk about, or some I don't know, facet of our past, since we're just Turner and Drew historians, then also tweeted us. And Turner will pull up that Twitter handle here in a
It's
second.
at biggest men ever.
At biggest men ever. Don't forget it. That's our Twitter. And Turner, why don't you take us home?
We heard some dark, twisted tales today. We caught up with you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with our next daily upload, as you've all been expecting of us.
Okay.
We're gonna surely do that.
Oh.
100%. There's no doubt in my mind. But we're glad to have caught up with you all, our adoring fans. We'll be at Studio X if you want to meet us. So I guess we'll just see you next time, or at Studio X, whichever comes first.